Okay, we'll start now. Hello.
हम्म.
Okay. तो ठीक है, हम इसको रिकॉर्ड भी कर रहे हैं, ठीक है।
ठीक है.
हम्म। ओके, 1 मिनट। ओके, सो दिस इज द चैप्टर। हेलो। हेलो।
हेलो, आवाज आ रही?
हाँ, ठीक है।
बोल
ठीक।
रही एनसीईआरटी की बुक है.
नहीं नहीं नहीं। सो दिस इज चैप्टर नंबर 8 इन एनसीईआरटी बुक एंड द नेम इज wind, storm and cyclone. Okay, but we are following this book. This book is by Geeta Iyer. Okay, almost same book. Okay, this is a side book of NCERT. Okay, so we are following this book here. So what is the first thing is wind and storm. Wind and storm. What is wind and storm? Okay, so let's start from here. We will see one by one what are the things. Chapter is bit big. Okay, we will try to finish it today itself. Okay, so let's start from the this thing. Let's get started. Okay, a natural disaster or a calamity can severely impact as it could cause life and okay, this is the thing. On a wind blowing very high speed can we have worked on the environment in this chapter. So what we are doing here, see, we have many type of structures like trees there, then house is there. Okay, we have house, then we have our automobile, maybe car is there. Okay, so what happens when the wind speed, wind means blowing, or it's called flowing air or blowing air. Yeah, blowing air is called wind. Means
विंड.
when the velocity, हाँ, मीन जब हवा बहुत तेज चलता है तो उसे कहते हैं हम लोग विंड। ठीक है, जैसे कि नाउ एयर इज प्रेजेंट एवरीवेयर। वी आर टेकिंग एयर for our respiration, but air is present everywhere. But when the air starts moving at very high speed, then that is called as wind. Both the things are same. Means air means zero velocity. You can assume that the speed of air is zero, but the speed of when the speed of air is too high, that is called as wind. Okay, so this is it is telling in this first paragraph that when the natural disaster and calamity, natural disaster, what are natural disaster? Disasters are like your earthquake is natural disaster. Earthquake,
टोर्नाडोज.
earthquake, what earthquake is there? Then you have a cyclone. Cyclone is natural disaster.
टोर्नाडोज.
Then you have what is tornado and lot of things. So what happens whenever they comes like this? You see here, wind starts blowing at very very high speed, and it causes lot of damage to our life and property. Life means they damage plants also. It damage our house also, and our automobile and anything which is there on the roadside, that damage also. And this is also a natural disaster. Flood is what? Well, when lot of water surrounds us, okay, lot of water comes on our way, then that is called as flood. So these are the natural disasters. So none of the natural disaster is good. All are bad for mankind because they cause large loss of life and property. Okay, so this is what is told in the first paragraph. Okay, here, but in this paragraph, in this chapter, what we will be very much we will not deal anything, we will not speak anything about the earthquake or flood, anything. We will put our concentration on cyclone, or you can say very high speed blowing wind and tornado, such type of things. So why such things happen, we will look into this. The picture of the natural disaster associated with the wind are given below. You see here natural disaster which are associated with that. So what is this? This is called as your lightning in the sky. Okay, that happens in the what is called rainy season. Lightning in the sky. Okay, this is your storm. Storm. This is cyclone. This is cyclone. Okay, this is tornado. Correct. when you have wind
Yes.
is blowing like this one, very bhavander. This is called as bhavander. So what happens? So wherever it crosses, it will be very narrow in this region, and as you move up, it will be blowing like this one. So wherever it travels, it will destroy our crop in field, our animals, and our
Homes.
house, mostly in the village area. Okay, where you have house made of wood and mud, bamboo sticks, means kacha ghar, what is called as the house are weak. Okay, so when this such type of things happens, reach both the things, cyclone and this type of tornado, when it reaches into the village area, it causes lot of life damage to life and property. Okay. uh, it was the wind and unyielding will be help in the mariner and Vasco da Gama to sail sea. There's the role of voyage change the course of the time. But one thing is there here. What in this first paragraph we have told about the demerits. Demerits means the bad effect of wind. Okay, but there are advantages also. Okay, advantages of winds also, in the sea water. When the sea, what happens, see, you have uh, boats. Boats are there. Okay, in the previous days, boats were propelled with wind flow. There used to be large size of big size cloth on the ship. Okay, so what used to happen when wind used to blow? Okay, it used to strike this
Directions.
what is cloth, and it used to drag it. Okay, it used to take the. So what will happen? The person who are there in this one, in the boat, a person will be there, and he will have a instrument like this, and he will put in this one, and the ship will move. But when you have wind also moving in this direction, then what happens, this person has not to apply any effort. The wind that the boat will move like itself. Okay, so such type of, you may have seen that such thing like boat will be there. Boats are like this in the olden age, and there used to be cloth on the boat, big size clothes you people used to, so that wind comes here and strike this cloth, and the boat will move like this one. You can make a very small activity also. You just take a piece of paper. Okay, take a piece of paper and hold in your hand, and if you uh, blow air from your mouth, if you blow air from your mouth, what will happen, you will find that this piece of paper is moving like this. So what is happening means, blowing wind has lot of energy, so it is deflecting this one, the piece of paper. And you can see also, if you go to your garden, you will find that flowers are there in your garden. Okay, but what happens? Flowers will be like this only. But when wind starts blowing, the flowers will move like this one. Sometime it will break also, like, so what it is telling you, that wind has lot of energy also. So that energy is sometime has advantages to mankind also. Okay, people used to have this energy to propel the boats, and this actually was utilized by lot of travelers like Vasco da Gama, and lot of travelers who used to travel in boat, and they used to go from one place to another in the olden age. It's not, I'm telling you anything about that today's, means almost 500 years old the thing. Nowadays all the boats, what are the boats available to us? They are engine is there. Okay, engine propelled boats are there. Okay, so they don't need this one. Actually, engines are there and they can go anytime. See, what is the disadvantage in such type boat? If the wind is blowing in this direction, you tell me, and this person wants to move in this direction, is it possible to move? No, it is very difficult because wind is blowing in the opposite direction. So this was the limitation of wind, to use wind for traveling. But if you have a something called engine boat, where you have engine installed in the boat, now you can move in any direction. If the wind is blowing in this direction, you can move If the wind is coming from this direction, also you can move. If the wind, which you need not to worry in which direction wind is blowing. You have power of the engine, and it will take you to anywhere. Okay, so this is what it has told. So so this is the thing what people used to have almost 5 to 600 years old. The wind used to be very useful for them for this one. So that the thing is that want to tell that wind no need not to see tell that wind has always disadvantage. Wind has advantage also. So this is what has been dealt in this chapter, first one. Now you see what is air pressure. Air pressure is what? See, if you have wind is blowing in your house, nothing is going to happen. Okay, but the moment you keep the wind in a bottle, if you fill that wind in your bottle, okay, previously bottle was empty, then what will happen? It will exert pressure on this one. Simple example I'll tell you. You take a balloon, okay, you take a balloon, and you start putting air from your mouth or any machine in this balloon. What will happen? The size of the balloon previously was this much, now it is increasing. It will be increased. Okay, but after some time the size of the balloon becomes big one. Okay, but a time will come then when you are not able to put more air into the balloon. What will happen? If you put more air into the balloon will burst. So what is happening? What is happening actually? This balloon actually, you are putting air into the balloon and air is getting accumulated into this one. Okay, and now this air pressure is applying lot of force on the wall of the balloon. This wall of the balloon, lot of pressure. For some time, when the air pressure is low, the balloon is okay. But if you are putting more and more air into this one, either from your mouth or through any machine, what will happen? The wind pressure, it will be exerting lot of force on your balloon, and balloon will burst. So this force which this wind is exerting on the this one is called as pressure. So means if you put wind inside any object, okay, then it will exert pressure on this one. Now example is, you see here, you take a cycle. What will happen? You put from your cycle pump, you put the wind actually air in this one cycle. Or sometimes you see this in the car also. And we have a pressure gauge that is called as a machine to measure the pressure, that is called as pressure gauge, and it will tell you that what is the maximum pressure there could be in the tire. Okay, it is not that you keep on putting the pressure on this one. Is no. So allowable pressure, after the pressure is more, the tire may burst. So you have to put a pressure lower than the allowable. Maybe it will tell you in the when you go to a higher section of class, maybe ninth and 11th, there they will tell you about air pressure. Okay, what is the unit of this pressure and how to measure this pressure? This will all the things will come in your higher class. So let's just see this one. What is this one? You may have noticed people filling air in the tire cycle. Okay, how this air inside helps you? Why does a balloon gets inflated when you blow into air? Because why balloon get inflated? Why? Because previously balloon will be like this one, is small size. Okay, but when you apply pressure, the balloon is made up of such a material, rubber material, okay, or polyester material, anything. So what will happen? The air which you are putting inside, that air wants to escape, wants to move away. But what happened? The material is such that the material, it will start expanding, because air is always applying pressure on the material that give me space, I want to go out, but this material is not allowing. So in that way, what will the material is getting expanded, and it is keeps on expanding, and there a time will come that after that there is no any possibility that material will expand. It will break. So this is the thing. Okay, tire and ba- tire and balloons are made of elastic material. This is called elastic material. What is elastic material? Elastic material, it is I'll tell you what is elastic material. Elastic material means, if you take the material, any material, If you apply load on the material will deform. Deform means it will bend. Let's take an example of an scale, okay, made of rubber. If you apply some load from your finger on this one, what will happen? The scale will bend like this one, correct? But the moment you remove your finger from the scale, then again the scale will come to its initial position. Means any material which returns to its initial shape is called as elastic material. Example is maybe rubber material. Rubber, from which you make balloon, you make cricket ball also. Sometimes you see ball in your house, small ball will be there, made up of rubber. If you press that rubber with your hand, a ball with rubber, it will become small in this, some shape will come. But the moment you remove your hand from this one, what will happen? Ball will again return to its initial phase. That is called initial shape. This was shape initially, and this is the shape of the ball when you applied load on, you compress the ball, okay, up during compression. And when you remove your hand from there, then again the ball will come to initial shape. So elastic materials are what material which returns to its initial shape once the load is applied, once the load is removed. Like you see that what is called as balloon. If you take a balloon, small balloon, okay, you are putting air into this one, and this is getting expanded. It is getting keeps on expanding. Then what you do? You just remove your mouth or machine from where you are putting the air. What will happen? The air will come out of the balloon, correct? And again the balloon will come become a smaller in size of initials. So this is called elastic material. Any material which on the application of any load or pressure, when it expands and when that load or pressure is removed, the material will again come back to initial position. Initial shape is called as elastic material, okay. So the tires and balloons are, so any example of elastic material? Rubber. Rubber is an example of elastic material, okay. You know rubber band, I think you have seen rubber band, okay. What we use to in shop we use rubber band. What will happen if we want to tie two biscuits, two packet of biscuits together, correct? There are two packet of biscuits are there. If you want to tie two biscuits, we'll put a rubber. It will be initially it will be circular in shape, but we can stretch it. We can stretch and tie like this one. It will be in this shape. Now you come to home, you can remove this, both the biscuits, okay, packet in your home. One biscuit packet here, one biscuit packet you remove, and then when you remove this rubber band from here, then again it will become smaller in size, small. So these are all the examples of rubber, elastic material, okay. Elastic material. So the tires and balloons are made of elastic material that can expand when air or gas is pumped into it. Okay, when air is pumped into the tire, the pressure exerted by air inside the tire keeps them inflated and enables them to carry the vehicle. So what will happen? You know, this the pressure of the air which is present in this one actually helps the tire to uplift the vehicle. Means you, if the tires don't have air, what will happen? Your car can't move, okay. So it bears the weight of the car also. That's the advanced topic, okay. In the later classes you will come to know, okay. Similarly, the pressure exerted by air keeps the balloon inflated. The pressure exerted by air is called as air pressure. That is what I am telling you. You take a small piece of small balloon, you start putting air from here, then the balloon will inflate to a bigger one like this one, okay. So what will happen? That this balloon is getting inflated only because lot of air molecules are there in this one, and all these air molecules wants to go out. But this material, this elastic material which is rubber here, is not allowing the air molecules to move out. Hence what is happening? The balloon is getting inflated, okay. So the pressure which is applied by air, because what you are applying air, so the pressure which is getting applied by air is called as air pressure. This is called air pressure. Okay. This is air pressure. So this is what. And air pressure exerts in all direction in the body. The pressure exerted by air depends on the temperature and altitude. Now, one thing is there. This is a good point they have written here. So let's explain this one. This air pressure, what happens, actually depends on the temperature and altitude. What does it mean? It tells you that if you are in the ground floor of your home, like your house is three-story building, just you assume one story, two-story, third, one story, two-story, third-story building. Okay, this is one situation. Another situation is there that you have balloon in two climate. One climate is
Is hot.
winter, and another climate I'm telling you about summer. Okay, now, so if you have a balloon and you are filling some amount of air into this one. Okay, now you keep tie it. Okay, and air is already there. Air is there and it is exerting pressure in this one. Don't put any more air in this one. Now, if you take this balloon from first floor, this is the first floor. Take the staircase, go to second floor. From second floor, you go to the third floor to go to the top of your house. If you go to the top of your house anywhere, the pressure will increase. Pressure increase means the balloon which is there in the first floor, okay, is safe. It is not getting damaged or it is not going to blast. Okay, but the moment you keep on increasing your height, means from the ground floor, if you keep on increasing that, then what will happen? The pressure in the inside the balloon will increase. Okay, and there is chances that the balloon may burst if it goes to the higher altitude. Okay, the example is this: you take a balloon, you take a balloon and tie with a rope, what is a wire, and just leave it. What will happen? It will start moving in the atmosphere, in the what is called as your sky. And after some time, don't assume that this balloon will keep on moving. No, you are here only. Okay, it is keep on. After some time, after some height, it will go and burst. This is why, because the air pressure increases with altitude. Altitude means height. Altitude means height. Okay, so this is one case. So air pressure increase with altitude. Another thing is, if you increase the temperature, you take the balloon, you put the on this one in some amount of air in the balloon, and you keep it in the winter. And if the same balloon you put into the summer season, okay, the balloon may burst. Or simple example is there. What is the, you take the balloon, okay, you inflate the balloon, okay, okay, and now you bring a small candle here, okay, near the balloon. What will happen? Due to the candle, some amount of heat will getting transferred into the this one, what is called
Balloon.
the air, and balloon will burst. Why it is bursting? It is simple example. What happens? I,
Heat.
I told you, inside the balloon, the air molecules keeps on moving. It is moving. All the air molecules are moving here and there. They all want to move. They all want to escape from the balloon. And the
Hot.
moment you start applying heat energy actually increases the speed of all the molecules of air. Now the air molecules gets more speed. Means for example, if in his previously speed was maybe 5 meter per second. Now when you are putting a small candle near this one, the speed will become 50 meter per second. So now the balloons have more speed. So it is striking the wall of this. Now the air molecule has more speed. It is striking the wall of the balloons very fast, and it may burst it. So the air pressure always increases with the temperature and height. If there is an increase in temperature, the air pressure will increase. If there is an increase in height, as I told you, in this case of multi-storied building, the move, it will be high. And the same example I told you, the air pressure increases due to increase in height. So the balloon which is on the ground, what you have left it, and it is moving up, and after some time it goes to higher altitude and it breaks. So this is one thing. So another thing is atmosphere of the earth. What is the atmosphere of the earth? The earth is surrounded by an envelope of air that is called the atmosphere. Okay, you know our earth is like, you see, this is a good example. Earth is there. Are you able to see? Is it visible to you? Hello.
Yes.
It is
हाँ आ
visible.
रहा है.
Okay, see. देखो, this is visible. Earth is there. So what happens? Our earth is like a maybe I just assume a circular, and it is rotating in its axis. Like this is what rotating. So Earth has a layer of air around this one. Only you have 9 planets, correct? How many planets are there? 9 or 8, whatever is the number. 9 planets are there.
Earth is not there.
Okay. So in all these planets, only Earth has air, air around this one, which is making life possible. Air, life possible. Okay, because for life to be possible, whether it is plant, any life,
Living
or
beings.
or animal life, any life, what is the required thing is air, water. These all the things are required for life. So as Earth has only the only planet which has uh,
Extent and what?
water and air, so it is creating life possible here. So our Earth is surrounded by an envelope of air around us that is called the atmosphere. Okay, the atmosphere exerts pressure on the earth due to the weight of the air. This is known as atmospheric pressure. Okay, we are living in the lowest layer of the atmosphere where the atmospheric pressure is maximum. The atmospheric pressure decreases at atmospheric decreases as altitude. Okay, the magnitude of the atmospheric waves on the top of mountain is less than the magnitude of the pressure at the sea. Now these two things are bit different. Here it is first telling that as you increase the height, if you move up, the air pressure increases. Okay, but this air pressure is for a object where you have air is packed like this one, maybe in a balloon or in a tire. So air pressure will increase. But what happens? Atmospheric pressure is a different thing. Atmospheric pressure is what? Like, see, we are here standing on the earth, and we have lot of amount of air on above us. Okay, and these all air has weight also. You can't measure it, but it has weight also. So these all the air has lot of weight, and it exerts pressure on the earth surface. Okay, this is earth surface, and air is exerting pressure. So anything, our house, our animals, plants, mankind, whoever there is on the earth surface, they have to experience this pressure. Now this pressure, air pressure and atmospheric pressure is a different. Atmospheric pressure is what it is told that as you move up, the atmospheric pressure will decrease. Why? Because, see, I'll tell you one thing. The best example is, just you assume that you are lying on your bed. You are lying on your bed, maybe in your bed like this one. Okay. Now people started putting pillows on you. One pillow, two pillow, three pillow on you. Now you tell me at which point you will where you will find that lot of load is applied on you. Only at the bottom. As you move up, means if a person is here, he will experience how many pillow? Two pillow only. But you are in the down, you are experiencing the weight of one, two, three, four. Four pillows are there. Similar thing is about the air also. Air is like this one on the earth surface, you have all the air. So the weight of the air will be higher on the lower surface of that, because all the air which is present at the top of this one will exert force on this one. So as you move up, the atmospheric pressure will decrease, and as your atmospheric pressure will be maximum on the Earth's surface. So this is what it is told. So this is an activity to say that air exerts pressure. It is example that air exerts pressure. Okay. The material required is what? Transparent cup, glass, and a cardboard, plastic, or sheet big enough to cover the. You take a glass and a cardboard, or like this one. Okay. Fill the glass with water up to the uh, brim with no air trapped in this one. Means you fill the water completely on the glass, completely, fully, completely on the glass. Okay. Now you cover the glass, top of the glass with the cardboard like this one. Okay. Now what will happen? Cover the glass with cardboard. Place your hand gently on this one. Okay. And after that, some time, you invert the glass like this position.
Turn.
Then what you will see, the cardboard that will not fall. You see, the cardboard will not fall, and the water in the glass does not spill, and the water is not coming out. Okay. Conclude this because the air pressure pushing up the cardboard prevents the cardboard from the falling off. This shows the air exact pressure. This is not a very good example actually. Lot of things are there about the surface tension and direction of air pressure. Lot of things are there. Okay, which shows, but that thing has been not been very well explained in this activity. But I'll tell you that the air exact pressure. The simple example is that the balloon. Okay, this is the simple example. You take a balloon, you put this one air from your mouth or from any small machine on this one. What will happen? The balloon will start expanding. Okay, because the air is exerting pressure on this one, and it will keep expanding. And if you put more and more air, what will happen? It will burst because your balloon
But
has a particular strength. It is not infinite strength. So this is a good example, but it's not very good example which I can explain to you because lot of things, physical things are there, which is not very well dealt here. Okay, now the another thing is what to show that the pressure of atmospheric pressure. See what is this one? To show that the presence of atmospheric pressure. This I told you that you on the Earth surface. This is when someone draws like this, it means that it is Earth surface and people are standing here. So this person, so Earth surface has air, all around air, everywhere air. So the person who is standing on the Earth surface has to bear the weight of all the air present on this one. All the air present on this one will exert pressure on this one. Example, I'll tell you. Maybe to make it very clear, let's assume that a house is like this one. Okay, yeah, it is a very good example. A house is like this one. There is a balcony in the house. Okay. A person is standing here and a person is standing here. And air is everywhere. Up to here, just assume that air is there. Now, can you tell me which person will experience more weight of air? A
high.
or B? Which one experience
Air.
more air? No, no, more weight of air. More weight of air means above the head of that person where air is more.
B.
Which why B? Why B?
Mm,
Because this person will bear this much of air. See, this much full air na, from here to here.
mm,
This person will have to experience only this much of air. Correct. So he will experience more weight of the air, and he will experience less of the weight because the with air which is inside this air is not going to put any pressure on this person. Only this much air, only half of the air which is there in this area for A and which is there on this area for B. So person B will experience more air pressure as compared to this one. But let's see what this tells you. A material tin can with a tight cap, however, water, burner, stove, or pair of tongue. Okay, now fill the one third of the can with water. Okay, take a small can of maybe cold drink and put one third of in this water. Keep the can without this cap on the above or on the burner and boil the water. Okay, now you what you do after that, you boil the water and sometimes still using a pair of tongue, remove the can from the stove and immediately close the can mouth with the cap tightly. Put cold water on the can and observe what will happen. The can will get crushed when the water is. This happens because the steam produced during the boiling or the pushes out of the bubbles. When the water is cold, the stream left in the can condenses to form water, so the pressure of air inside the can becomes much less than the pressure of air. The greater pressure of air crushes the water, and this indicates the presence of. So it is an example. It's telling you, but it's not very good to understand. It's telling you, you take a can and up to one third you put water and heat it. Okay, you keep heating on this one. Then what will happen? This water in this one will start evaporating and it will fill the space, completely space. Okay, now this one after, then what will happen? So this pressure due to this one, okay, the and there is a so on this cane what happens, you have two types of pressure. One pressure is coming from the steam present here, and one pressure is coming from atmospheric air because it is kept in the atmosphere. Okay, so both the pressure are balancing each other, so the cane is in the safe position, it is not going, nothing is going to happen. But what it is telling you, you take cold water in a cup, okay, and just you put this cold water on this one. What will happen if you do that way? What will happen? Your cane will be like this one. Cane is like this one. Okay, you had steam presence here and water is there. Air was there. But when you put the cold water on this one, what will happen? The temperature of the steam will come down, decrease, but the atmospheric pressure will be still acting on this one. Okay, so what will happen in that case? Your cane will get crushed. Crushed means it will distort very badly due to air pressure, which is exact because air is keep exerting pressure on this one from all the sides, but the steam pressure which was balancing this one is not no more there, so it is getting crushed. So this is what it's. This happens because of the steam produced during the boiling of water pushes out most of the air inside the can. When cold water is poured, the steam left in the can condenses to form water. So the pressure of air inside the can becomes much less than the pressure of inside this one. Okay, the greater pressure crushes the can all the side. That's the indicating the pressure of atmosphere. So it is telling about that there is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure means this is what I am telling you. The person standing anywhere, if he stand here also, he will experience lot of weight on himself from the air. But this weight is not that very high that we are not able to walk, or we are not able to stand, but it is weight is there, it is truth, the weight is there but not very high weight. Okay, so this is what it is telling you about the atmospheric pressure. So what is this one? Science in context. Okay, in 1656 a German scientist and a mayor of Madelberg, Otto von Kuhnes, designed a experiment to demonstrate the concept of atmospheric pressure. He took two metallic hemisphere of 10 diameter. He placed them together so that they make a complete sphere and moved from them. Okay, now 16 horses were required to pull them apart. When the air inside was removed with the vacuum pump, the air pressure inside the sphere became much less compared to the pressure inside the balloon, that is the atmospheric pressure. Hence, there was a net large inward force acting in this one, which kept the two hemispheres together and make the almost impossible to. It is telling you what happens that if you take two hemispherical plates, okay, hemispherical plates, and tie it together, means you just join the plates like this one. And if you want, yeah, and what will happen if you remove the air from here and if you make it vacuum, then you have to apply lot of pressure, lot of load you have to apply to make it free, two pieces. Okay, I don't know what is the logic behind what is telling you. Just now you come air expands on heating. The volume of this is what I told you. The volume of a given amount of air depends on its temperature. Okay. As the temperature increases, the volume also increases because its particles move apart. That is, expands on heating. Air becomes lighter, it expands due to the decrease in density, and thus rises up in the atmosphere. The activity to demonstrate the air exact pressure on heating. This I told you that what happens. Take an example of simple balloon. The balloon is there. This is mouth of the balloon, and this has inflated like this one. So what will happen? Air molecules are there. Lot of molecules are there. Air particles, you can say. And all are moving here and there. It is called as, you don't know this one, but it will come to you in 11th class. Brownian motion. Brownian motion means when all the particles are moving in all the possible direction, means you don't have any control. Someone is moving in this way, someone is moving this direction, someone is this direction, someone is this direction. So all the particles of air are moving, all the possible direction. You can't restrict, okay, that you have to move in only one direction, okay. They can, someone is coming and moving in this direction, okay. Now these are the movement there. The moment you put, you are going to increase, you are increasing the temperature of your system or your balloon with a burner, maybe burner or candle. You put a candle and you light the candle. What will happen? The candle has heat energy, and it is this heat energy is transferred to this air molecules. This air molecules picks up the heat energy. Previously the air molecules were moving like this one, then it picks up the heat energy and it gets more speed, and it started moving more. Now the motion will be very very high. When the temperature is increases, these particles will start moving very very fast, okay. That is the reason this balloon may burst, because if it is started moving more fast, then it is going to strike the wall very often. Previously, if it is striking one time each molecule, now due to high velocity, it is striking more number of time, and that is causing actually more pressure to build on the what is called as the wall of the balloon, and it is causing the bursting of the balloon. So that with the rise in temperature, the balloon will expand. What is this telling you? The volume. Volume means the how much amount of this gas molecule was there. When you expand this one, to increase the temperature, the volume. You know what is volume? Any idea about volume?
No.
Volume means you can just assume for the time being that mass you can't say the density. Density, any idea about density?
No, अभी
What is
नहीं पढ़े ये सब चीज.
okay? Volume, density is not. It's not okay. If it is not there, just leave it for the time. Just to assume that the air molecules which are there with the low well at low temperature, when the temperature is low, speed is low. When the temperature is high, speed is also high. In that, this is the reason when the temperature is high, the balloon will start expanding and the molecules will move very fast and the balloon will burst. So this is what is telling that air expands on heating. Okay. To show that the air expands, example to show that air expands on heating, required take a 2 liter balloon and a bowl of water. Just okay, fill the balloon. See, this is telling you a simple thing. Okay. Fix the slightly inflated balloon on the mouth of the for 2 liter bottle. Okay, ठीक है. You take a bottle. It is telling you that take a bottle. Okay, take a bottle. Fill some amount of water on this one, and put the balloon on the mouth of the bottle like this one, and put everything inside a beaker, and you
Hot
heat the
water.
beaker. Hot water. You should not put hot water, this bottle directly on the furnace or burner, because it may break the glass. Okay, so in direct heating, water this you are putting on the what is called as water. Okay, beaker, hot water beaker. So what will happen as you increase the temperature, the water gets heated. This heat amount of energy will be transferred to this water which is present in the bottle, and from here what will happen? The air which is in the contact here, this air is there in the contact, will also expand, and it will cause the balloon to move. A balloon to expand, more and more expansion of the balloon will happen. This is an example to show you that air expands on heating. Wind and formation of wind. Now, what is wind and how the wind is? I told you in the initial first slide itself that there is a difference. What is wind and what is air? Air means when the speed of air molecule is zero, means there is no motion, no movement. All the things are static. Like if I have a air molecules are there, they are just standing, not moving anywhere, like this one. In house, the air molecule will be like this one. Okay, and speed is what? Blowing air. When the blowing air is called wind.
Wind.
Means when, yeah, now example is there. I'll tell you about this example, but you see that. Now this is your room, and all the air molecules are like this one only. Okay, maybe just remove this one. Just you assume that there is a, it is your room. It is your room, and there is a fan in your room. Okay, what happened? All the air molecules are there, not at all moving. You are just taking the air molecules for your respiration. Now, now, the moment you give power to this fan, the fan will start moving. Then what will happen? It will move, and it will make the air molecules to also to move in the house, in the home. Air molecule will also start moving here and there, and you feel that something is movement is happening in the room, and that is because the now the air has transferred from air to wind, because now the air molecule has started moving. This you can feel also. If you enter into a room where no fan is running, okay, you don't feel anything. But the moment you switch on your fan or cooler, you will feel that the lot of air, you are facing lot of air. And this is happening because that due to the power of the fan, your air molecule in the house is getting movement, lot of movement and velocity is getting. Okay, speed it is getting. This is called the movement. This is an artificial method, means man-made method. Okay, fan is man-made, so this is a man-made method. Okay, artificial thing is what? This is called an artificial method. What this is called natural process. How it happens in nature. The flow of the air in the atmosphere of the earth is called wind. Okay, I told you flowing air or blowing air is called as wind. When air on the surface of the earth is heated up by the sun, it expands and rises up to create a low pressure region. Okay, the air from the nearby area region flows in this region low pressure and causes the wind. Okay, the hot air that rises up cools down and shrinks. This continuation is called the airflow, okay, which is called as wind current. Now, what is happened? You just see here. It is Earth surface, okay. I and it is just you assume you this is sun, and air is present everywhere. Okay, there may be chances that at some location, at some point in the on the Earth surface, you are getting more sunlight. Okay, sunlight is coming more, and in another area sunlight is less. So the wherever you are getting more sunlight means you are getting more heat. Okay, so the air molecules are picking the heat and it is moving up, because lighter air, after getting heat, the air molecules become lighter in shape, and it start moving up. So this area previously air molecule was there, maybe I'll tell you like this way. Everywhere air molecule was there. Now due to sun, this air molecule in some region, they got heat energy and they started moving up. So what happened? This area become vacuum, empty. because from this area the air molecule has gone up. So when it becomes empty, the air molecule from the neighboring places will start coming here. Okay, previously everything was like, I'll tell you example from maybe take example from three rooms are there. There are three rooms in a house. Okay, three rooms are there. Sun is on this room. Room number A, B, C is there, and everywhere air is there. Okay. After some time, what happened? Same room A, B, C. Due to the sun is coming on this one, maybe from the window of the room, and so what will happen? The air will move up. So what will happen? That when air moved up, the air in the room is not there. So what will happen? Air from the other rooms will enter into this one, because this area has become a vacuum, and the vacuum, it sucks the thing. It moves. It causes the things to come inside. Okay. So what happened? The air from the other rooms will enter into the B room. Okay. So what is happening? Previously, it was also in the standing position. It was also standing. It was standing thing, but it moved due to heat current. But this, and it become empty space, and the air molecule from the other two building, other two rooms came here, because there is a empty space. It want to occupy this space, so it is causing the air molecule to move inside. So previously everything was in the static position. Now movement of air has got some movement, so this is causing the air to move. Similar thing happens in the nature. What happens? Due to sunlight, some area gets more sunlight. So for what happens from there, the air molecule will start moving up, because after getting more energy, it starts moving up. So the area from where the other area from other area, the air molecules will come and occupy that space. So this cycles goes on. And what happens? This air molecules, when it goes up, after some time it loses energy, because as you move up, you feel cold, and when it's cold, then it will again come, it will lose energy, and it will again come down. So this cycle keeps on continuing, and this is called as wind current. What is happening? Due to sunlight, the air molecule is getting heated up, it is rising up, then it is getting colder, then again coming down. It is happening. This is called as wind current or wind cycle, you can say. High speed wind reduces the pressure. Okay, you see here what it tells you, that when the speed of the wind is high, it reduces the pressure. Wind blowing over a region reduces the air pressure in that particular region. The more the speed of the wind, the lower will be the pressure. This interesting fact was observed by the Swiss mathematician and physicist Daniel Bernoulli. Okay, he's a very great person, Bernoulli. This can be easily understood by using a piece of paper. Hold a piece of paper near your mouth and blow air over it. You can see that the paper lifts up when the blows up. Okay, it happens, pressure decreases above the field due to pressure with some velocity. This pressure below the surface being higher than the upper pressure, therefore, so that the moving air comes. So it is telling you one thing, uh, that on our Earth surface, you take anything, maybe you are there, or a car is there, or a house is there. It is telling you that this air pressure which is acting on this one, on ourself or any structure, is from all the sides. From all the sides, we experience the air pressure, atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure we experience from all the sides. Okay, and this is causing ourself to be in the balanced position. See what happens if you are there and you are getting air pressure from all the side, atmospheric pressure. That means nothing is going to happen to you, because you are getting pressure from all the sides. But you assume that you are like this one, and you are getting air pressure from only one side. What will happen? You start falling in this direction. Okay. Now, if you are standing in this direction and air pressure is always only coming from this side, what will happen? You will fall in this direction. Okay. And if you are standing this way and air pressure is coming from top only, what will happen? You will fall down. That means if air pressure is getting exerted on you from only one direction, it will cause you to fall or fall down. But if air pressure is coming from all the direction to you, okay, nothing is going to happen because all the direction is going to balance you. So same thing it is telling you what happens. High speed wind reduces the pressure. What it tells you, just you assume that uh, uh, um, when you are standing at some position, some point, okay, and what will happen when wind is flowing very fast on this one, some area, maybe some wind is flowing very fast. So what will happen? The air molecules which is present there here is moving also. So once the air molecules move, then that area becomes a vacuum and the pressure drops there. Now what it tells you, simple thing is there. Just you assume that you are here and the air molecules are there. Air molecules are there and this molecule starts moving. When it starts moving, then what will happen? In that area, there is a vacuum is getting created. When vacuum is getting created means pressure drops in that area. Okay. And it is causing the other air from other area to come and fill the space. This is called the simple example. It has told that you take a piece of paper, okay, and you just keep it like this near your mouth. And if you blow air from your mouth, what will happen? The paper will lift. What it is telling you? It is telling you previously the paper is like this one, and you are here. So what happened? Air pressure is exerting from all the point, okay, and like this one. So your paper is in the balanced position. But if you blow wind from your mouth on this one, what will happen? The pressure on the this paper, what will happen? Will be only from this area because the air molecule which was there in this one, you have blown that air molecule. That air molecule is not at all present in that location now. So what will happen? The resultant force on this one is only on this direction. You see, which was previously from the top also there was some force, but now that there is no force from the top, only there is a force from up. So what will happen? The air, the this one, what is called your the paper will start rising because from your mouth, what you are pushing the air to move away. When you are there is no air, then what will happen? Only that there is a pressure from this one, and this is causing that. So what happens if there is any place where the wind is flowing very fast? What will happen? You will see that the pressure in that area has dropped. Okay, this is what it is told. Now I want to uh, so example is this. It happens in the village area. In village area, house will be like this one. House they will make like this one. Small house will be there. Window will be there. Okay, and they will put a metallic sheet or get sheet type of thing in the house on the top. So what happened during when the normal condition is there, there is a no high speed wind. So air pressure exerting on the house will be from the say all the direction. From all the direction, air pressure is getting exerted. From inside also, air pressure is getting exerted. So nothing is going to happen. But when wind starts blowing very fast, maybe in the cyclone time, when it starts blowing very fast, so what will happen? It will take the air which is present at the top of this one away. So what will happen if the air pressure which is present at the top of this one is moved? There is no air at the top. So but there is air pressure from the bottom or from the air present inside this one. What will happen? these unbalanced forces, because now the force which this corrugate sheet is experiencing become unbalanced. Okay, due to internal pressure, this the sheet will fly, and it will go and lie somewhere in the ground, and you will see the house is without sheet now. Okay, the house will be after some time like this one. So this happens mainly in the village area where the house is not made up of concrete wall. Okay, concrete cement. They are using temporary made either sheet or some bamboo sticks they make, or wood they will make. So that is happening because the pressure in the normal condition, you have air pressure from all the sides, but when the wind is blowing very fast, it takes the air from the top and it moves away. Now when the air from the top is not there, but there is air from the bottom, and this is a balanced situation. Balanced situation, top and bottom forces are force which is acting on the top is balancing the force which is acting at the bottom of house. It's okay, but and this is unbalanced forces, unbalanced situation. What is happening? Force which is acting at the top is zero, because from top there is no force because the air has taken the molecule, but the force from the bottom is there, and which is causing the these sheets to move away. What is this one? To demonstrate that the wind reduces the air pressure in the given region it flows. Okay, let's see what it is. It tells you wind reduces the air pressure in the region where it is flows. Okay, it's a very good example actually. This is a good example what they have told. See what happens, you take the balloons, one, two balloons are there. So what happens in the normal situation? Normal situation, what you will expect? One balloon is there like this one, another balloon is like this one. Okay, and in normal situation, both the balloons will experience atmospheric pressure from all the sides. There is no issue. Everything is balanced like this one. But the moment what you do, you from your mouth, you just blow air in between these two. If you blow air in between these two, what will happen? The situation becomes like this one. This is experiencing air from the pressure from this side, this side, but there is no pressure from here. There is a vacuum here. So in that way, what will happen when there is a vacuum? The this balloon, air from this side of the balloon will tell the balloon to go this side, and air on this balloon from only in this side, because there is no pressure from on this side, will tell the balloons to go this side. So what will happen after some time? It looks very magical also, that both the balloons will come together like this one. It is happening because previously this was a balanced situation. Now this become an unbalanced situation, and this is causing both them to attract each other because there is no air in between the two to resist this one unbalanced situation. So this is a good example. You can also do this for in the lab. So these are the questions. The envelope of air in the around the earth is called as what is called atmosphere, not atmospheric pressure. The flow of air in the atmosphere is called as wind. Moving air provides lift drag. Both that moving air provides what is lift or drag. See, lift, it will provide lift, not drag. Because I told you when the wind is blowing fast, okay, it will take a sheet of paper. Okay, this simple example. In the normal situation, pressure is getting exerted from all the direction. Okay, but when we start blowing fast on this one, what will happen? The pressure on the space of paper is from only from the bottom. There is no pressure exerted by wind on the top because there is no wind on this one, because that wind has gone because for a high velocity so this will start rising, so it is getting lifted up. So this is called lift curve. Air pressure increases as increase in altitude. Okay, as I told you in this here, in this where is the example that you take the balloon, be in the first floor, nothing is going to happen. Go to the second floor, the balloon will start expanding. Third floor, it will expand more, and if you go to the further more, the balloon will will not expand, it will rather than blast. Okay. Why are wind currents formed? Why wind currents are formed? Wind currents are formed due to the uneven heating of the Earth's surface between the equator and the poles. Okay, and the equator region receive more sunlight compared to the polar region. So, however, their air surface in the equatorial region gets heated up. Right? Uh, no, this is a very good thing actually. What they have said, our Earth is like this one. Earth is like this one, and Sun is somewhere here. So what will happen? Sun ray will travel like this one, this one. So this area, which is, what is equator? What is pole? Any idea? Hello, hello.
Hello.
What is equator?
What are you? Hello.
What is equator? Yeah, tell me. What is equator?
Bit in middle of the earth, the equator is there.
Equator means, you see, the center means half of the earth. You can say a line which cuts the earth into two parts. Okay, this is earth. So the equator will be something like this, okay? And the pole arcs are what? The top
Up
position
and
and
down
bottom
here.
position. These are the poles, okay? Polar region or poles it is called. It is called as equator. So equator will always experience more sunlight because it is close. Earth is like this one. So from the sun, when the sunlight falls, the equator will receive more sunlight. But the poles will receive less sunlight because it is far. Correct? You should agree on this one. So what happens? As equator receives more sunlight, that means the air present on the equator gets heated up and it will rise up. Okay, so this is happening, but the and it will move up, and so when it moves up, then what happens? The the air which is from the polar region or the from the far region of equator will come and occupy the empty space from the here. Means what is happening? It is happening like this one. Air from here is moving up, equator region moving up due to getting heated. So the air from the other region is coming and occupying the space because empty space is not required. Empty space don't exist. Vacuum don't want to exist. So what happens? It is happening like this one. That air is moving this way, this way, this way from the top, and from the polar region, the air is coming and occupying the space. So this is causing a turbulence. Turbulence means when everything was in the standing position, but globally, what we have seen in the local process, like if you switch on a fan in a room, all the standing air molecules started moving due to this is man-made process. But here what happened? Due to natural process, because due to the sunlight, what happens? All the air molecules start moving because it is getting picked up more heat, and air molecules from the polar region is coming and occupying the air. Earth, so this is a causing globally there is a movement of air, okay, and it is causing the wind current to form everywhere on the Earth surface. So if you see sometime, so maybe in the first image itself, it has been shown. You see here, these are all are the examples of wind current. Okay, see what is happening here. What will happen? This wind is blowing very very fast. So it will go blowing very fast. So the near wind will come and occupy the space, and this is actually causing lot of damage because a house is there. Maybe a house is there. Uh, what will happen? Let's assume there is a house here. A small house is there. Okay, and above there this tornado came, and above this one what will happen? The tornado took the wind from here, air present on this one with high velocity, it moved away, but the wind from other places came and occupied the space with a very high velocity, and it is causing all the damage to the house in the tornado also. In tornado, tornado also has lot of energy. It causes damage to the energy, but what it has with him also. So this is what it is told here. So wind due to globally wind means Earth surface. there is this one. The warm air which rises up, cools and sinks down the region of altitude at near 30-degree Celsius. As the air sinks, the area becomes high pressure area. Once again, the wind flow from the high pressure region to equator region, polar region, and the wind blows. This I told you, okay, that Earth is like this one. So the from the equator area, the Earth, the air molecule starts moving up, and from the polar region, the air molecules start coming into the equator region. But these molecules which are rising up from the equator, they are due to heat of the sun, will again gets condensed, and again it comes to the polar region, and again it will move. Means this cycle gets completed always. It is moving up, then it is going to the polar area, then getting colder, then again come here, then this one. This area becomes low pressure area, and this pressure area become high pressure area because lot of air is coming in this way. Due to the effect of the rotation of the Earth, the wind flowing in the northern hemisphere of the Earth moves towards the right, and then this is not the thing. This is due to the region of called Coriolis forces. Why they are teaching all these things are now here? Okay, they should not tell these high words. Coriolis forces means I don't know even a students in the 11th or 12th standard is able to understand what is Coriolis forces. They are telling simply here. No need to go through this one. Wind speed and direction. There is a way to find the wind speed and direction. Okay, the wind speed is the rate of flow of wind in the atmosphere of the earth. Means there, if it is earth surface, just earth surface is there. Okay, there may be some area where the wind speed will be low. Okay, some area wind will be very high. Means if you go near the sea, seaport or near the ocean, you will find lot of wind speed is very very high. Okay, but if you be in the plain area where there no tree, no nothing is there, the wind speed will be low. Okay, so there should be some measurement. Okay, how we can measure the speed of the wind? The speed of the wind is the rate of flow. Okay, speed I told you what is speed. Speed is distance by time. Okay, a speed is measured in meter per second. Means in 1 second, how many meters it can travel? Simple thing. Okay, it tells you. So, uh, so the wind speed means in 1 second, the wind how many distance that wind can travel. That is called wind speed. Okay. It is commonly measured using a device called anemometer, anemometer, and expressed in kilometer per hour. Wind is flow with very large velocity. We don't express wind speed in meter per second. Okay, use large unit, kilometer per hour. Okay, so that's what sometime if you go if you may hear in news channels that a cyclone has come and the speed of the wind in this cyclone is 500 kilometer per hour. Just to assume it tells you like that, or sometimes 1,000 kilometer per hour. That means in 1 hour it will travel 1,000 kilometers. Your house is in Jharkhand. You are in Jharkhand and I am near Delhi. The distance between Jharkhand and to Delhi is almost maybe 1500 kilometers. Now you tell me if the wind cyclone is moving with one this 1,000 kilometer per hour, how much time it will take to reach Jharkhand from Delhi to Jharkhand? Can you tell me? Any idea? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Tell me how much
Hello.
time it will take. Tell me. Hello. My
2 hour?
voice is clear? No, do the calculation. Don't tell
Yes.
something blindly. No, just not tell something blindly. Okay. Speed is equal to distance by time. Then time is what is called distance by speed. How much is the distance? Distance is 15 kilometer, and speed is what 1,000 kilometer per hour. Just to remove these things. So it will tell you time is equal to 1.5 hour. Means in 1.5 hour, 1.5 घंटे में ही it will reach from Jharkhand to Delhi. Means if there is a cyclone in Jharkhand, in 1 hour 15 minutes, 50 minutes only, it will reach Delhi. That much speed the cyclones will have. The commonly used anemometer is a cup anemometer. It has four cup posted on the vertical pole of the angle. Okay, like this one, they will have four cups. Okay. When the speed blows, the wind pressure on the inner surface, the rotate, the speed with which it rotates depends on. Okay. So what will happen? It is four cups will be there, tied like this one. Okay. So once wind is blows, okay, what will happen? It will start rotating. It will start rotating this cup like this. Okay. So by measuring the number of rotation, we can measure the amount of wind, the velocity of the wind it is going. The direction of the wind is determined the direction in which the wind is blowing originate. Wind direction is found by using device which is a wind vane. This is the wind vane. Okay. From where the wind is coming, it will align in this direction. Okay. And wind cock. Windcock is there. The wind vane consists of an arrow hoisted on the vertical pole that can rotate. The rear part of the arrow is broad, providing more surface area of the wind. Thus, the wind hits the rear part of the forces. This causes the wind vane to align in such a way that the pointed part of the arrow is. So this is something like that. That in which direction the wind is blowing, it will tell you the direction. Okay, it is called as wind vane. Come here. The wind is not good. Not we shall leave it. So what is this one? This is what different wind speeds and their effect on land. What is this one? Okay. When the speed of the wind is like this one, you should take the photograph properly. Okay, this much from 85 to 95, violent storm. So all the things depends on the speed of the wind. Okay, when the speed of the wind is very less, it is called light air. Okay, wind motion visible in smoke. Okay, then if light breeze, then breezy, near gale, strong gale. What is storm? Storm means if the wind speed is around 60 to 75 kilometer per hour, then it is called as a storm. It
Para.
causes the trees to uprooted. Uprooted means the trees will get uprooted. Okay. When the speed is this one, hurricane, that is called as hurricane. Excessive damage such as flood, landslide, damage to buildings, roads, trade to life. It's a hurricane is very. It has when in the hurricane the speed of the wind is very very high. So see, depending on the speed of the wind, we are classifying that what the type of, and different names has been given. Okay, and the effect also. Okay, for the whole tree in motion, you see near gale 72 to 30. I don't know what is this value. That is called as near gale. In this whole tree in motion means that entire tree will move from one. Move means it will shake. It will shake the entire tree. Okay, the entire tree will be moving in this direction. That is called as strong gale is what light damage to the structure, like formation of cracks in the building. Means this when the wind speed is in this range, then strong. You know what is range? If I am writing something like 5 to 10, what is this much? And if writing 15 to 20, what it tells you? You know what is range? Any idea?
Then
Hello?
between two number.
Yeah, two number means the speed of wind is will vary from 5 kilometer per hour to 10 kilometer. This is what it is given here. Okay. So this photograph is not well taken. You check in your book that what is this. If I assume this to be 72 to 80, just you assume 70 to 80. That means if the wind speed is between 72 kilometer per hour to 80 kilometer per hour, that is called as gale. Okay, and it will cause you twigs break, some type of damage. Okay, uh, thunderstorm and cyclone. These all the things, thunderstorms and cyclone. These all the things you may hear in the news channel. What is thunderstorm or cyclone? Thunderstorm is a turbulent weather condition formed by lightning and thunder. Okay, thunder is usually accompanied by moving wind and heavy rain. There are mainly types of single cell, multi cell, cluster, multiple cell. What is they are mainly of the four types: single cell, multiple cell cluster, multiple cell, and super cell. The super cell thunder is the strongest among all the things. See, thunderstorm means you have what will happen on the earth surface. How you'll feel that one on the earth surface? What you'll feel the rainfall also. Rain will be there, speed wind, high speed wind will be also there, and you have strike this lightning in the sky also. Lightning in the sky. If you have all the combination one, two, and three, all the things together, that is called as thunderstorm. Andhi Tufan. What is called as Andhi Tufan? Okay, thunderstorm. Okay, very bad weather. Okay, so this is a worst situation which can be there, but different types are there: single cell, multi cell cluster, multi cell, and simple. All the things are there. The last one, the super cell thunderstorm, are the strongest among all them, are that causes for weather condition when air and the surface of the gets heated up, it rises, the hot air carries the air reaches the region atmosphere vapor, and it gets condensed to form the droplets of the water. Just to leave this one. As these tiny droplets join the cloud, and when the cloud become heavy tone, and this water droplets from as they fall, they flood with each other, and the friction between the droplet and while a charge of particles, and this formed as an electrical charge. The cloud that discharge electricity through the atmosphere is called the lightning. And lightning, due to the lightning and the air in the path, and discharge electricity heated up, causing the air in the to form. Okay, let me see how much things are remaining. See, it is telling you how this what is called as this one thunderstorm happens. Yeah, I will explain here in this only. See what happens. No need to read all the things. You just see this one. It is Earth surface, and just you assume in the Earth surface there is a place where there is a water. Maybe pond is there, or lake is there, water is there. Due to sunlight, what will happen? The sunlight will heat up this water molecule, and this water molecule start evaporating. As you see in your kitchen, that steam will start happening, and these water molecules will become like this one, and it will start rising because that is heated up. Okay, it is rising. When you see, you take two pieces of something, anything, maybe I think you would have seen this one. You comb take a comb, take small pieces of paper, small pieces of paper. You rub the comb on your hair, and you bring the comb near the pieces of paper. What you will see, these papers will get lifted up. What is happening when you rub two things together? Anything rubbed together, what will happen? It gets charged. One will be positive charge, other will be negative charge. It is happening like
Negative.
this. It is nature. In nature, it happens when you rub two things. Maybe if you take two pieces of two plastic ball, one and two, you rub together. What will happen after some time? You'll find that both of them are coming and joining together. They are attracting each other. What is happening when you rub two pieces together? One become positive charge, other become negative charge, and they starts attracting each other. The same thing happens in the environment also. Due to the heating up of the water molecule starts rising. The water rising, but when they start rising, they rub each other also. Okay, they rub each other also, and they become one negative charge, one positive charge. Okay, like now what will happen? Previously, some small two molecules are there, but a time will come when you have lot of positive charges at one place. Maybe one cloud is there where you have positive charge only. Okay, and there is a one cloud is there where you have water molecule with negative charge, only negative charge. The moment they come together, they will pass, electricity will develop in between these two, and you will find that striking light will come in between those two, because energy is getting transferred into, and you are getting lightning. So same thing is, it is telling you that due to the evaporation, when the water is getting lifted up, it is getting charged, and it will cause you lightning in the sky. Why? Because there is negative charge, positive charge cloud getting struck with the negative charge cloud, and it is causing striking. I think if you have, if you want, you can ask your father. He will show you that you take a two live wire, one positive wire, one negative electric wire, okay, and it will be like this one, and it will be like this one. If you touch this two wire, one wire from other, you will find that some amount of sparking is happening. This is what? Because energy is getting transferred from positive to negative here. Charge is getting transferred here. Okay, and this current. Same thing is happening here. So this is causing the lightning in the sky. And what? Why raining is happening? These all the water molecules which is getting moving up. Okay, as it moves up, it gets cold. Okay, it gets cold and it forms cloud. Okay, and after some time, this from this cloud you start getting rain on this earth surface. So from this, the means sun is the main source of all doing all the thing. Due to the sunlight only, water molecules on the earth surface getting heated up. It is rising up. It is causing the rain also to happen. It is causing the striking of the lightning is also happening, and it is causing the wind blowing also. Why? Because the water molecules is moving up. Okay, so this area is becoming vacuum. So other air molecules from the other area will try to come and occupy this space. So it is causing the wind also to blow. So all the things are happening due to the sun. So this sun is one of the source of energy on earth. Okay, due to the sun, lot of phenomena is happening. Like what is happening here, rain is also happening due to sun. Then your lightning is also happening due to the sun. Then you have wind is also blowing on the earth due to sun. So all the things are happening due to the sun only. Okay. The storm can cause due to the lighting of air in the path of discharge current indicator, causing the air in the region to expand. This they should not tell why they are. I don't know how they are dealing with. These are advanced topics. They should not write these things to the seventh standard. Okay, maybe we'll say a thunderstorm can cause a lot of damage to living beings and properties. Some precaution that need to be taken during thunderstorms are: if you are inside your house or a building, stay inside the house during thunderstorm. Don't go out. If you're outside, don't hold an umbrella and walk during the thunder. You should not use your umbrella during thunderstorm, because lot of wind will be there. Okay, it will damage your umbrella also. Don't take shelter under a tree, because it creates easy path for the discharge of, because what will happen, this current what is developing due to negative and positive charge, this sometime what will happen, the trees are there in the way, they receive this current, trees, and it pass the current here. So if you are standing here, the lot of current it will pass to the trees, because trees will pick the current. Trees are high, the higher altitude, height is more, and it will pass to the person standing here. So it causes death of the person also. So during the rainy season, when it is striking, you should not be in near a tree. If you are sitting inside a vehicle, don't come out of the vehicle. Okay, you should not come out of the vehicle. Why? Why? I'll tell you. This is an advanced topic again, but I'll tell you the thing. If the you are here and the lightning is striking, okay. So what happens if the current comes from the lightning and it strikes or your vehicle also? What will happen? The current charges will lie on the outer side of the vehicle only. Okay, you are sitting in the seat, and this seat will be mostly made of plastic or leather. Okay, so the current will not pass through this leather or plastic. Okay, so you are in the safer side. But if you come out of the or if you touch the outer some portion of your vehicle, the charge which is coming on due to the striking, okay, it may catch you. Okay, so you should not come out when you are in it. That is the reason, okay, leave that one, that part. Formation of cyclone. Now, formation of cyclone is there. Okay, cyclone are caused by warm moisture-bearing air over the sea. Cyclone means similar thing. What I am telling you is happening when it is happening over sea, because our three-fourth of Earth's surface is water and one-fourth is land. Means you see here the same image I am telling you. Only wherever you are seeing a blue color, that is what is uh, 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 water. Okay. So what happens due to sunlight? Okay, lot of due to sunlight, what happens? You have lot of water, you have a lot of water on the surface. So what happens? Cyclones are formed by warm moisture-bearing air over there. Cyclones are formed in the low-pressure region where the air gets heated up. Warm air rises up carrying water vapor. As this moisture layer rises and reaches the cooler region of the atmosphere, the water vapor gets condensed into small water droplets which form high thunder clouds. Okay, when water vapor condenses in droplets, a lot of it is later heat in there. Hot air further rises and creates a low pressure region. When the hot pressure rises or the low pressure creates the rise, this wind does blow the spiral when I just, the air product spiral to the right rotation. Okay, this is the rotation. The process of continue to the low pressure area. See, this is a cyclone. I told you that a lot of place on the earth is has water. Simple thing. And what is happening? Due to the sunlight, this water molecule, it is heating up the water present on the ocean and sea. So the water molecules are getting lifted up. Okay, like this one. So what is happening? So the area, like means just assume this is the water area where the water is there, and this is your land. This is your land area. Due to the sunlight, water molecule is getting evaporated and it is rising up. It is rising up. So this area becomes vacuum, low pressure area. Then whatever air molecule from the earth surface where there sunlight is not causing any evaporation because there is no water on the earth surface. So the wind from the earth surface will start moving and come in this direction. So this is causing a lot of pressure development, and as the amount of water is more on the earth surface, so you have more amount of what is called water molecules moving up, and earth is also rotating in this direction. Earth is also rotating in this direction. So what happens? This movement of this water molecule up and rotation of earth molecule, both the things causes spiral motion. Spiral motion means like this motion of these air molecules, water molecules, which is there on the earth surface, and this is causing the cyclone to form. Due to this, cyclones are formed. Cyclones are formed due to the rotation of the earth surface. The cyclone becomes like spring type of thing, means similar thing what is shown here. You see here cyclone in this first image, it will show you cyclone like this one, shape of the cyclone. So this is what it is told here. Simple, this all the things are same due to sunlight only. The things are, but when the water molecule, when the large area is occupied the water, then this is happening, that cyclones are getting formed. A cyclone is a low pressure area surrounded by high pressure region of the whirling air. The center of the cyclone is called as eye. Okay. This is center of the cyclone is called as eye. The eye of the cyclone has lowest pressure, and it is calm and crowdless area. Okay, I don't know why lot of details the people are telling here. Okay, this is the called as eye of cyclone. The field are formed. Okay, Diameter of the eye is a few kilometers. Heavy winds and rains are formed in the eye of the cyclone. As the cyclone develops in the sea, they start moving towards the land near the sea with high speed. This cyclone, like if India is like this one, our India continent, this is Arabian Sea. This is Arabian Sea. This is Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal. See, cyclones mostly starts from the sea,
Bay of
ocean
Bengal.
or sea, Bay of Bengal, and it starts moving towards land surface. This is India, and this our Odisha, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, AP, Odisha mostly receive these things very heavy, and sometimes Maharashtra also, Maharashtra, Karnataka area, which are in the coastal region, they receive lot of cyclone and cause lot of loss of life and property. Mostly it will come in the news. Okay. So I moving high. So it brings what it brings. It brings high wind and create waves in several areas. These are strong and cause lot of destruction to the shore. So the life and property on the port area and the sea or on the coastal region, it cause lot of what is called loss of life and property. Cyclones are called by different names. In America, it is called as hurricane, and Japan, it is called as typhoon. Okay, cyclones. Nowadays, a lot of names people will give. Any cyclone is coming, they will give some name to this one also. In October, a severe cyclone known Philin made rainfall in northeast of India. It was the second largest southern cyclone. Destruction by land and destruction by cyclone. What causes the cyclone? Cyclone cause strong damage to the life and property, uproots the tree, and disrupt electricity and communication line, roads, bridges are broken due to cyclone. Okay, when cyclone reaches the land, it becomes weaker due to the lack of moisture on the friction. So as this cyclone moves into the land area, it started losing energy, and when it reaches into the very area where there is no water or then that area it dies like this one. Okay. Okay, the safety precaution to be taken during cyclones are stay tuned to the local radio for updates. You should keep hearing the updates from the news. Okay, don't use gas or electrical appliances when you are in flood water without checking the safety, because you should not use the gas or electric supplies during cyclone when the cyclone is there and for a lot of raining is there, because what will happen, that water may attract electricity. Okay, don't go outside of your house and don't walk through the flood water. Don't walk in the water. Always keep drinking water separately, as water sources get contaminated. Means due to the cyclone, contaminated water starts moving in the ground. Okay, water from the sewer and the gutter, all the starts coming out. It causes floods and they mix with your well and the tube well water also. So at that time during cyclone, you should take the water, safe water for drinking. Cyclone detection and warning. Now, there is a mechanism to detect cyclone, that cyclone is coming. Okay, it is not that it will come at random or immediately. It gives some sign that in this area cyclone is coming. That's what our meteorologist. This is called as meteorologist. They study about the motion of wind. Okay, and about the climate, and tells you that which time the cyclone is going to come. Cyclone warnings are given through a variety of media such as television, radio, fax, police wireless networks. A specially designed system called a cyclone warning dissemination system works on INSAT satellite. It to due to satellite imaging. Water satellites are they are lying at a very high altitude. Okay, like this one. If this is Earth, it keeps moving, rotating on Earth. Sat- Satellite, and if satellites from satellite, actually our India is like this one, and water is here. From satellite images, it will tell you, okay, some area cyclone has started, and it will measure the speed of cyclone also, and it will tell you that when it is going to strike our coastal area of India. So this news, information, it will come to our meteorology department or weather department, and the weather department tells us that there is a cyclone in the this part of ocean, and it is moving towards India. So be careful. So it is not cyclone which will come itself in any time. It will give enough warning to us so that we will be in a safer situation. We can take the precautionary measure. Cyclone warnings are is used in the general public, fishermen, farmers, and different categories such as official for disaster management. Okay, so that people can make a prior arrangement to deal with this one. Usually, cyclone warnings are given in two stages. First is called cyclone alert and cyclone watch, which is 40 hours in advance. Okay, these all the things are the theoretical part. Okay, what is cyclone alert is what? Okay, before 48 hours, it will give you an example. The second is called cyclone warning for 24 hours. Tornadoes is a violent, what is a tornado? Is a violently rotating column of air that extend from the cloud to the ground. Like see. Tornado is similar to the cyclone, but here what happens? Here it has air only, a dust particle. Mostly the place where we are in the Rajasthan area, this is very often that it will lot of dust particle it will picks up, okay, and it will start moving like this one tornado. It appears as a funnel shape cloud that travels very fast. Funnel shape means you know what is funnel? Funnel is something like this one. Funnel people used to have in the previous days in their house to fill oil into the gas cylinder, this pressure cooker, well, no, oil from one in bottle like this one. Funnel. So funnel shape is what? Bottom will be small diameter, larger, top will be larger diameter, and it will be conical in shape. That is called funnel shape. Okay. It appears in the funnel-shaped cloud that travels very fast. Tornado can appear in any direction. They mostly move from south to west, to north to east, or north to east, any direction. The tornado can last for a few seconds to an hour. Sometime it will just start and die. Otherwise, sometime it will move very fast from one place to our other place. Most tornadoes last for 10 minutes. Tornadoes are very violent in nature. It happens at many places. Okay, very violent means lot of disturbance it will cause to the local area. Okay, the wind will start blowing very fast in that area. They can completely destroy the strongest building, uproot trees, leaving damage lives and hurl objects through the air. The intensity of a tornado is measured in Fujitsu scale. Fujitsu scale rating between F0 and that causes the damage minimum, F9 is maximum damage. The speed of the wind in the tornado is, see the speed of the wind in tornado, 500 kilometer. In the speed of wind in the tornado is 500 kilometer per hour. Means a distance between Hazaribagh, just this is Hazaribagh and Ranchi, its distance is 100 kilometer. So just you assume that in 60 second it travels 500 kilometers. So in 1 second it will travel 500 by 60 kilometer. Means if I assume maybe 60 325, maybe 8 8 kilometer. 8 kilometer means what I am doing, what I want to 8 kilometer in 1 second it covers 8 kilometer. Means 80 kilometer 10 second. Oh, very means in 10 second it's 80 kilometer. Okay, that means in 10 second it will reach from Hazaribagh to Ranchi. If something is travel in between 10 minutes, 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, it will if the tornado is in Hazaribagh, it will take 10 minutes only to reach Ranchi. That much speed will tornado will sometime have. Okay. The tornado that forms in the ocean are called as water spout. Okay, water spot. This is called tornado. Sometimes it happens on the water also. Tornado is a term. No. Precaution to be taken during tornado. The tornado funnel can engulf objects from the earth's surface and throw back, causing destruction. It will pick the object. Sometimes what will happen? if there is a animal, some animal is there on the field, and a big tornado came, what will happen? It will pick the animal also with itself, and animal will also move in this tornado, and it will throw the animal somewhere else. Such a small child, if a small child is there, it can pick the small child also. A small house or something is there, it will pick that, that it has lot of energy. So this is the thing we should. So what happens? Some necessary precaution: avoid opening window and door of the house, occupy the ground floor and a small room in the house. Okay, don't go at the height of. Okay, if you are outside or traveling in the vehicle, get down and quickly and protect yourself by lying close to the ground. Keep your finger interlocked, keeping your. See, you have to be like this one. If there is a tornado in your, if just assume that you are roaming somewhere in the field, in the cricket ground or anywhere, and a tornado came, very big tornado. What you have to do? You are standing, then you have to sit and you have to close yourself like this one, so that you decrease the entire surface area of yourself. Then the tornado will not be able to pick this one, pick you. So keywords, whatever. So here in this chapter we looked into air, then wind, then what happens wind when it is getting lot of heat, when it is heated up like this one. So these are the summary. Okay, the wind is there. Okay, due to what happened, due air when it is moving, low speed, high speed, cyclone, tornado is there. Then what happens? Air when movement, when air is there and when it is some movement is there, either through some artificial method like you are blowing a fan, or a movement due to some other source, maybe sunlight, then it is called wind. And that is called rain also, that called uneven heating on the cooling. When air is cooled, so it either exerts pressure. When air temperature increases, rise up on heating. Okay, these all that is summary of the things what you. So let's see here. Wind, the keywords are there. The wind, the flow of air in the is called air wind. What is thunderstorm? That the climatic conditions with lightning and thunder, mostly accompanied by rain. Cyclone is what? A low pressure area surrounded by high pressure region. Why this is cyclone is low pressure area means, on the um, water surface on the ocean, where from the sunlight, due to the effect of sunlight, the water molecules start rising up, getting evaporated and rising up, water molecules. So other area from water, air from other area will start coming and filling this area. So this is the means, this area is high pressure area, and this is low pressure area. So a combination of high pressure and low pressure area is called as cyclone. Tornado is dark funnel shaped whirling cloud extending from sky to the ground. Okay, tornado means it will be, sometimes tornado will be very very violent, very very big inside. Sometimes it will be very small also. Sometimes it will just rise and die. Okay, so these are the questions you should try. Okay, maybe I'll just go through this one. Choose the air. Then this entire chapter will be finished. When air is on the earth is heated up, what it will rise up. Correct answer. The instrument used to measure wind speed is called anemometer. Okay, the dark funnel shape is that cause from sky is called tornado. Select the correct statement. High speed wind reduces the pressure. This is correct only. The center of the cyclone is called as I. Okay, air pressure. Air exerts pressure in all direction. Correct. The intensity of tornado is measured by this scale. The cyclone is a low pressure area surrounded by high pressure area. This you should remember. Okay. Wind direction is formed using a wind vane. Wind are generated due to uneven heating. Okay. Uneven heating means, I told you about this example. What equator? Okay. This is equator and this is polar region. So equator will get more heat and pole region gets less heat. So there is uneven heating. Means this area is getting lot of heat. Area is getting less heat. So there is an unevenness in the heating process. So that is causing the blowing of wind in the earth surface. Okay. Okay, now state to the to what called wind is a flowing of air from high pressure region to low pressure region. This is wind is a flow effect. Correct. This is correct only. Air taking a container exert pressure on the wall of the container. Okay, correct. During thunderstorm, it is safe to stay open. Wrong. The eye of the cyclone is the most disturbance. No fault. Eye is the static position. There is no disturbance at the eye. Means when the cyclone is there, cyclone will be something like this one, but the center will be always stationary. There is no movement of anything in the center. Warm air is in the atmosphere sinks down. No, false. Warm air, warm air or warm water molecule, all the things, water molecule from the ocean, a warm air from the ground, everything rises up on heating. And okay, answer each of the following. The pressure exerted by air on other subject is called air pressure. The rate of flow of wind in the atmosphere is called the rate of flow of wind in the atmosphere is called anemometer. Okay. The instrument used to measure the wind is anemometer. Okay, the climate condition formed by lightning and thunder is called as thunderstorm. Low pressure area surrounded by high pressure cyclone. Okay, smoke giving out of the chimney always rises up. This is because the heated air always rises up. Sea breeze occurs during the day and land breezes occur during the night. Why? Sea breeze means from the during daytime, water. What happens? Just you assume that this is land area and this is sea where you have water. When during daytime, sea breeze means water movement of air from sea to land. This is sea, this is land. Okay. During daytime, sunlight falls on the what is called as sea part sea. Then the water molecule will rise and it will uh, it will attract what is called as air from the earth surface. So there is a movement of air from the land surface to earth sea surface during daytime, but at the night time what will happen, there is no sunlight. At that time the things will be reversed. It requires lot of explanation, lot of other physical phenomena are also there. Okay. When light speed wind blows an umbrella held upright, it gets upturned. High speed blows, correct. It damages the umbrella. We should not take shelter under a tree, correct. Why we should not? Because the during strike lightning, the current will the tree receives electric charges, and that charges can get transferred to the man also, the person or animal which is standing near under the tree. A cyclone becomes weak as it approaches the land because in the land side it don't get why it becomes a cyclone because the cyclone is all caused due to the heating of the water molecule on the sea, but on the on the land surface there is no water molecule, so it is not getting enough energy now. All the energy what it has, it gets lost before it reaches the land surface, because land surface there is no water molecule which is going to get heated up and again provide energy. These all the questions you have to define. Okay, how air rises, what do you mean by I? These all the things you have to define. Name the following questions in detail. These all the things. Explain how the cyclone is formed. All the things you have to look from your textbook only and explain. So with this chapter is closed. Okay, so this chapter is with the name wind, storm and cyclone is the chapter number uh, 8 in your NCERT book. Okay, and but we have taken this book in hand science um, to deal with this one because things are in a detailed manner here. So we have taken this book for our reference. So it is good that we have got this chapter and we finished this chapter which was there in the, and it is for class 7th. Class 7th. Okay. So we have done this on today is what day? I think it is 13th. 13th August 2022. Okay. So thanks for your time. I'm just closing this one. All the things will be shared. I'm closing the call also. I'm sharing the thing and stopping the recording.